See if I can get this right. All right, what's going on, everyone? So before I get into this YouTube video, I want y'all to check out my jacket. Got it for about $10 at the local swap meet out here. I love TJ, man. Man, you can find the most miscellaneous shit out here for dirt price cheap. So another thing is that a lot of the people out here, they always ask me, ¿por qué los negros siempre tienen colores fuertes? ¿Por qué siempre les gustan los colores como así? Los colores como así. So they always ask me, why do black people always have a thing with psychedelic colors and whatnot? I just tell them, look, it's contrast. In general, I just love all colors in general that have a good combination to it. So, I mean, me, I'm a dark dude. So, what makes my skin complexion come out or show is bright ass colors. That's just how it is, you know. So, again, I love this damn jacket. So, this is a question for you guys. And I've been curious about this too, but I've grown up differently, so I might see this a different perspective. But this is just a question that came across this video, and I want you guys to respond to it. How do you guys feel about it? And if you guys went through the same shit, or if you guys have the same curiosity. So the question is, what I want to know is, and this has been bothering me for years, why do black people hate Mexicans? Why do they have such hate for Mexicans? And what is the problem? What did they have to do to us? Nothing racist. White people have done a lot of stuff to Mexicans, blacks, Native Americans, Indians, even their own race. Now, let me just stop before there. I know I'm not a grammar teacher and I'm not perfect when it comes to writing or not, but I'm kind of big on punctuation because it kind of throws off my reading when you don't put periods and commas and whatnot, because that's just how I read. You do a sentence, pause, stop a sentence, then go along. So, anyways, picking up from where I left off. Damn. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so Indians, even their own race. I have a lot of love for Mexicans. I have a lot of love for non-white races. People, I have a lot of love for my own people. But I just want to know why people having such hard on and hate, especially blacks. Why do you hate Mexicans this much? What the hell did I ever do to you? Could somebody possibly, and please tell me, you can't say that they take jobs, because they do jobs that blacks will not do. They do jobs, I don't know how that makes sense, that whites will do. I think she meant blacks and whites won't do jobs that Mexicans will do. So, job walking in the door, it doesn't work that way. So, can somebody please black tell me, why do you have such hate for Mexican people? And I want a legitimate question and answer. I mean, not nothing stupid. Again, I'm sorry to break that damn question down or that paragraph down or whatnot. Me personally, I grew up in California. Mexicans are predominantly in California. I know they're throughout New York, New Jersey, and all the other states in the United States or whatnot, but particularly in California, the way I grew up with Mexicans, it was predominantly blacks and Mexicans in California, well, in Marin County where I grew up. But how I interacted with them, it's like, shit, who gives a fuck? Now, for all the cholos out there, they always had issues with black people because, they both had gangs, so, gangs have to have rival gangs, so, they looked at us black people as threats and gang rivals, so they just had a problem in that aspect. But me, I was never affiliated with any gangs and shit like that. I just kind of seen everything in third person perspective, always on the outside or whatnot. Like, damn, that shit is stupid. But anyways, so me growing up with Mexicans, I never really had a problem with that at all. That's just me. But when I'm out here in Mexico, this is a whole different level. and this is a different culture. So a lot of people have to realize is that the Mexican Americans or Chicanos, if you break down the root of it, besides the culture, if you look at their genetics or ethnicity, the typical mestizo originally, when Mexico was discovered and conquered and shit, is the blood of a Native American Indian mixed with, Spanish blood. That's the DNA of it. So for the Chicanos out there that grew up and were raised in the United States, that they have blood through, Mexican ancestors, let's break apart from the culture, but just look at the genetic aspect of it. Native Indian blood and Spanish. Now that's just fair enough said. When it comes to culture, they're still American. So again, the reason why I think that blacks and Mexicans always have this animosity is because of how fucked up the American system and the culture is. They put blacks and Mexicans in low poverty, and pretty much they had no choice but to fight for the scraps because they were the minorities. So again, minorities and the system in place plays a big part on it. When you got two gang rivals fighting for the same things like territory, money, and whatnot, of course they're gonna hate each other. So again, let me know what you guys think about that paragraph or that question that this subscriber or this viewer had wrote on my YouTube page. So I don't know, how did you guys grow up with blacks and Mexicans? And at the end of the day, it is your opinion. I really don't have any kind of hate towards anything when it comes to your comments. I'm out here in Mexico. I'm enjoying the hell out of myself. It is what it is. So let me know what you guys think. Negrito Grande, pues arriba México y toda la gente en Estados Unidos, no importa, pero sabes que la cultura de Estados Unidos necesita cambiar demasiado. Pero ni modo, porque aquí estoy en México y ya son tus problemas en Estados Unidos, no son mías. Entonces, arre pues, Negrito Grande.